1 in 9 Christians are suffering persecution for their faith. 1 in 9. I mean, that's no other faith has to do that. I mean, and so it's because of the stand that Christians take. They believe in family, they believe, but with Islam, they believe in family, they believe in, God, but they believe in a different version of that. So that's more of a religious war, right? Would you put it in the kind of a religious war category?
No, I would not put it as a religious war, because I have met many compassionate, peace-loving Muslim people during my. I have met some relatives of Muslim faith teachers who sacrificed their lives standing in front of the terrorists, protecting the Christians. I would call it a political war. This is not a Christian Muslim war, but this is not even a Christian Islamist word. It is Islamism, which is a political ideology with religious references attacking Christians. There are few locations in the world where there are, it's a symmetrical conflict, but where we work in Nigeria and other parts of Africa, in the DRC, in the Middle East, what we are seeing is that radical Islamists, once again, uh, political movement with religious reference, are attacking Christians and some other radical movements, such as communists and Marxists. Currently, the country where they persecute Christians the most, the least safe or the most dangerous country for Christians is North Korea, where atheist communism is persecuting Christians.
Yeah, atheist communism. Yeah, right, right, exactly. Let's go to we talk about Africa. The other place is Asia, and primarily China, North Korea, communist countries. You have in Hungary real experience with communism. I mean, you all were handed to Joseph Stalin after the end of World War II by America and Great Britain, to our shame. That should have never happened. Um, it happened, and you lived through communism for a long time. So we talked about, you have, as a Hungarian, real experience dealing with communism and really the impact on Christianity. The state comes in, it's an anti-God political philosophy that wants to eradicate any vestiges of church-going people, uh, Protestant, Catholic, Buddhist, Uyghur, whatever it is. They want to eliminate any belief in a higher power. I guess this is maybe a twofold question, but what what did the Hungarians learn through 70 years of, communist rule? What was the impact on the church, I guess, is what I wanna go. And does it still carry on to this day?
Well, first of all, we have many unique things about our office and our government program, but one thing that is unique about this building where I'm sitting now is that we have a chapel in the basement that we have established here. This is the only chapel in the Hungarian ministerial office, could be in Europe as well. And in that chapel, which is a Catholic chapel but an ecumenical uh, place of worship and prayer, we hold relics from martyred, persecuted Christians. And we have relics from the Middle East, from ancient times of Christian martyrs, but we have also a relic of a Hungarian martyred bishop, Bishop Zoltán Mesling. He was imprisoned by the communists here in Hungary in 1953, and because of torture, in a few years later, he died. So we have his remains and relic in this very governmental office building chapel. And this martyred Christian bishop was murdered when my father was 3 years old. So this is a close anti-Christian persecution for Hungarians and for people who once were trapped behind the Iron Curtain. It is not a distant historical thing.